Ladies and gentlemen, it does appear we have another convert, another lost traveler going away from the ruined state of Genshin Impact and migrating all the way over to Wuthering Waves instead. And today it's going to be a video by Zeno. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. And this video is titled Wuthering Waves 2.0 Ruined Genshin Impact for me. And I'm excited to see what he has in store. This is going to be a good 14-minute banger. It looks like he's talking about some of his experiences across Genshin Impact, and then some of his experiences across WoWop. So let's go ahead, let's give it a spin, and let's hear a little bit about why he's made the shift. God knows how many of us here have done the exact same thing.
I love Genshin Impact, or at least I should probably say I used to love Genshin Impact. I'm currently still playing it, but I've got a lot of issues, and Wuthering Waves 2.0 has completely ruined Genshin Impact for me. This video isn't going to be some dramatic rage bait video where I tear apart Genshin Impact and Hoyoverse, or I endlessly praise Kuro Games as the savior of the gacha world.
I mean, you're kind of already doing it. And with a title like this, Wuthering Waves 2.0 ruined Genshin Impact for me, I'm going to be honest, Matt, I think it's already happening. Already happening. Plus one contradiction.
Gacha world. Not quite. I'm just a guy sharing my honest opinion as a long-term player and spender who thinks that Wuthering Waves 2.0 and the devs behind it have just completely changed my perspective on Genshin Impact. So
Bro was committed to fucking Natlan. Let's just check out the roster real fast. Bro has 3 Natlanese characters. It looks like he actually only picked the strong Natlanese characters. I still can't believe that's what they actually chose to use. Natlanese is crazy. And he has the Hu Tao skin. So if anything, it looks like this guy started Wuthering Waves late, because I guarantee if he was playing just Wuthering Waves sooner overall, I don't think he would have all of these. God knows how much he spent for these fucking 2, considering they were all on the same banner. This seems like it's a relatively recent discovery.
behind it have just completely changed my perspective on Genshin Impact. So let me explain. Over the past 3 to 4 weeks of playing Wuthering Waves from a new player's perspective, I've just come to realize I don't think I can go back to how the way things were before. And honestly, that's probably a good thing. First things first though, welcome back to the channel. My name is Zeno, and today we're going to be talking about how Wuthering Waves has shifted my perspective on quality and why it's time we start expecting more from these Hoyoverse games. Let me say this up front. I feel like I don't need to say this, but I have to anyway. If you're enjoying Genshin Impact, that is awesome. I'm not here to take that away from you. If you love the story, the characters, the lore, the new regions, I'm super happy for you. I hope you keep winning your 50-50s and having a blast. Like, this video isn't about tearing Genshin down, although it probably should be. It's just about my perspective as someone who's played a lot of these games for many years. Side note, this is the first video on the channel, so it's not going to be super polished, it's not going to be well edited, and the footage won't be the best because Wuthering Waves runs really poorly on my PC, so recording gameplay slows it down even more. I'm actually hoping to play it on my PS5 soon, but for now, I gotta wait until Kuro Games' damn customer support gets back to me, so just please bear with me. This is purely just a casual chat. So some quick background.
Just get a better computer. What do you mean, ask Kuro Games to get back to you? What, they're gonna re-optimize the entire game to fit your specs? Just upgrade something.
Casual chat. So some quick background for perspective. I've played Genshin Impact for over 1,300 hours at this point, and nearly all of that, well, I've got over 1,270 hours just on my PS5 alone. I've logged in every single day for 902 days straight. Help me. Since I came back to the game a few years ago.
902.
I've got 825 achievements. I don't really achievement hunt though. 66 characters, many of them with top 3 to top 10% builds. I min-max and I really try and get into the meta and making my characters the best that they can be. I complete the Spiral Abyss and most of the theater challenges every month. I don't really do the theater as much because I really don't like it and think it's poorly designed, but that's another topic for a different day.
This guy is literally a capital G gamer. I mean, this is basically a self-admission that he's one of literally the sweatiest Genshin players on the planet. 1,000 days in a row is actually nuts. What?
I've spent money on the game, absolutely. Recently, I actually just bought all the top-up packs to make sure that I got Sitlali's and Mavwika's weapons, because
We lost him. Bro has buyer's remorse. It's like, hey, Hey, 5.3 doesn't have that much content. Let me go try out Wuthering Waves real quick. The second he started playing 2.0, he was probably just like, ah, fuck me. Ah, shit. Hey, is it too late to get a refund on those top-ups? Is it too late to get a refund on those gem packs? Fuck me. That has to be what he's thinking right now. I haven't spent on Genshin Impact other than like the monthly pass. I don't even know the last time I bought the fucking monthly pass. I haven't spent in that game in so long, and it feels so good.
Sitlali's and Mavwika's weapons because I was losing 50-50s. Before that, though, I hadn't actually spent any money prior in all my years of playing just to summon for any character. I spent 13 months ago when Navia dropped. I spent on her weapon because Navia is my favorite Genshin character. I've bought merch. I've got figures of Ayaka and Ganyu. I've got the Hu Tao and the Eula figures pre-order. They're coming later in the year. I've got a little Hu Tao bobblehead thing. I've got a little Hu Tao lamp, like the little ghost lamp where you hit its head and it's a little lamp. It's adorable. It was like 20 bucks. I love it. I used to buy the Battle Pass monthly for years, but I actually stopped about mid last year because I wasn't really happy with my time and where the game was heading, and I was kind of getting very bored. I also just didn't need the resources anymore because I've been playing for so long. My Welkin Moon has just run out for the very first time in 900 days. And for
900 days. 900 divided by 30. Let me do the math real fast. That's about $150 that he spent just on the Welkin Moons. In 900 days, it's not much, but I mean, think about it this way. The video is about how Wuthering Waves 2.0 ruined the game for him. And if we believe that the game is now ruined, well, I think this $150 is a little bit ruined too, if you know what I mean. Man, if only this guy bought a better PC instead of that Hu Tao bobblehead. Unfortunate. Oh, the sunk cost fallacy of no return strikes again, ladies and gentlemen.
I am in 900 days, and for the first time, I did not immediately renew it and give them my $5. I'm debating whether to actually bother, and that's definitely a change that I noticed, and what another reason why I wanted to make this video and get back into gacha content and gaming. So I have loved Genshin Impact, right? I've invested monetarily, I've invested with my time, I invested with my emotions, everything. I am in, okay? But after Natlan, I'm feeling pretty goddamn disillusioned. Like, the traversal system tied to the new characters feels very restrictive because they're designed for specific regions and they don't translate well to other areas. The Archon's gameplay and design didn't quite click for me. Okay, Mavwika herself, she is really hot. Okay, she's beautiful. But the whole black latex sexy bike rider ghost rider thing, that's weird. For some reason, I just don't like this. It's a merge.
Remember, as a reminder, right? Based off this guy's roster, he doesn't have Kanish, he doesn't have Chaska, and he doesn't have Mualani. Bro's actually just suffering through all of the actual bullshit that was in like Natlan from 5.0 to maybe like 5.1. Yeah, 5.2. Okay, he suffered through 5.0 and 5.1 then. Oh boy, what a disaster. Hey, no Kanish, no Mualani, go fuck yourself. At least in 5.0 of the game.
For some reason, I just don't like this. It's immersion breaking to me. Okay, and a lot of the characters in Natlan have been a little bit immersion breaking for me. Just the world of Natlan in general, which was like hyped up as this war-torn, intense world, like the Archon of War, turned out to be a colorful land of goddamn Pokemon and bright colors. Sure, the story does emphasize actual themes of
Nation
death
of
and
War,
loss, and don't get me wrong, it gives you a lot more lore into the heavenly principles and stuff like that. That part's really cool, but it's all wrapped up in this weirdly positive competition at the start, which just kind of felt childish. Which they also get children to participate and go kill themselves, but you know, whatever. I get that Genshin skews towards a younger demographic, but it's still a gambling game. I think most people that play this...
Wait, is that true, chat? Maybe Mr. Pokey was right.
A gambling game. I think most people that play this are adults who can handle darker and more mature storytelling. Don't even get me started on the finale of the Archon quest. Somehow it all came down to the power of friendship and the traveler showing up at just the right time to save the day. Really, like, after 5 years in the Nation of War, I kind of...
Wait a second. This guy's a fucking Genshin tourist. What? He did not do the Aranara quest. Hey, actually, It looks like this individual's a fraud, ladies and gentlemen. He did not do the R&R quest. Brother played for 1,000 days. Almost 1,000 days. And even he could not do this bullshit. Hey, guess who has this unlocked, ladies and gentlemen? I do. And you know what that means? Looks like I'm the #1 Hoyo shill. Yeah, only real Genshin gamers with a capital G would know that. Rest of you guys? Disgusting casuals.
The Nation of War, I kind of expected better writing and plot development. A lot of Genshin's lore itself is actually incredible. I love
13% in Chen Yu Vale? 24% in the Southern Mountain? Yo, maybe this guy just logs on and does his dailies. I don't think we can take his word seriously, Hoyo shills. Hey, this guy's just a Kuro bot. This guy's just a Kuro bot.
actually incredible. I love it. But it's buried under mountains of dialogue and holy
Fontaine isn't even done yet. Oh my lord. Oh, my heart can't take this, ladies and gentlemen. My heart simply cannot take this. How dare you disrespect Our Lady Farina du Fontaine like this? By not even 100%ing the region that she sacrificed herself. The great Archon fuck allures sacrificed herself to save. My goodness, she got fucking executed. And you can't even 100% her region? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Nouvelet cried, and you can't even 100% this region. I don't know if we can take this guy seriously, ladies and gentlemen.
buried under mountains of dialogue and holy crap, Paimon's increasingly insufferable commentary. I want to strangle her. She doesn't just speak for you. It feels like she's speaking at you half the time and just repeating everything. There's no skip button, no meaningful player choices. It is frustrating and
Everything he's saying is in line with the B-roll here. He despises the dialogue and the story progression in this game so much, he simply decided not to do any of the fucking world quests. He probably explored every single thing he could without actually engaging in dialogue or some like interactive bullshit. And that's why his map looks like this. He's here just for the gameplay, ladies and gentlemen. I can see why he likes Wuwa. Hey, he's a man of his word, an actual capital G gamer.
no skip button, no meaningful player choices. It is frustrating and it's an outdated game design. So, enter Kuro Games and Wuthering Waves 2.0. When Wuthering Waves first launched, I gave it a shot, but I bounced off within the first week. I did not have the time to juggle another open world game alongside Genshin, Star Rail, and the anticipation of Zenless Zone Zero.
I feel like I get like a hot flash every time I see this team. This team is in like every YouTube video about this fucking game. And like seeing this team just pisses me off. Seeing this team actually just pisses me off. Sorry. Back to the Legend of Arthur.
Juggle another open world game alongside Genshin, Star Rail, and the anticipation of Zenless Zone Zero. As it turns out, I'm now playing all four of them. I need help. Please, this is a cry for help.
Hey, I know exactly which game you need to quit. And I know it's going to be difficult because you just bought all the fucking top-up passes for Genshin Impact. But think about it this way. The dialogue's not going to get better. The progression is not going to get better. The only thing you really should be doing is not spending money on Genshin Impact in the future. And that's how you can guarantee that Genshin Impact gets better. The only way that the Hoyoverse devs will actually improve the game is if people stop spending money on it. And so the only way to increase your investment in Genshin Impact is to actually stop spending money on it. Because if they continue on their current trend, the value of everything you spend only gets lower and lower because the quality keeps going down. But if you stop spending money, the value of your investment only goes up because they'll make the game better. It's weird. I know. It's like the opposite of pretty much every single other company in the market. The less money Hoyoverse makes, the better they make their games. 1,000,000%. It's basically factually proven at this point.
For help. Back then, I thought the combat was decent, but of course you only had a few characters to play with, and the story and the voice acting absolutely did not grab me. The world felt dull,
Fair.
It's a muted color
He's talking about
palette,
1.0.
I didn't feel invested. I came back later on actually during Changli's banner, because let's be honest, she's stupidly stunning gorgeous, and I somehow won my first 50-50 with the currency that I had left over from when I quit, and I also pulled Verena from the standard banner, and suddenly I'm like, wow, the game clicked for me. But then it didn't, I dropped it 2 days later, because
Yeah, probably because he played Changli and he was like, yeah, this character fucking does nothing. We all know that's what happened.
He was like, whoa, I got this beautiful fire lady. Wow, she fucking doesn't do damage. Fuck this game.
I'm telling you, I genuinely do believe a huge portion of the player base pulled Chang Li, they pulled her weapon, they maybe even pulled her S2 too, and they were just like, why does she do less damage than my Jian? Why is the overworld the only time I see this character getting played?
Oh my god, guys, she's so good for farming mobs. Oh my god, guys, she's so good for doing forgery challenges.
If your only defense of a character is talking about how good they are in the overworld, you have lost the plot. Chang Li is crazy for mining ores. You need to touch grass.
And clicked for me. But then it didn't. I dropped it 2 days later because, again, I just wasn't that particularly interested in another open world gacha. However, my friends, fast forward to 2.0. I could not escape the hype. The trailers that I was seeing, the tweets, YouTube videos, reactions, everything all over social media.
You're welcome, buddy.
And then I saw it. It was the flying, the traversal. Now, the traversal was always better than Genshin Impact. It has been since 1.x of WoWa, okay? I feel like that's very hard to defend, that it's not better than Genshin's. Doesn't mean Genshin's is hard to defend.
I'm glad this guy's having fun. You know what? I'm glad he's having fun. You do you, brother man. You do you, brother man.
It was always better than Genshin Impact. It has been since 1.x
Just watch that again one more
WoWa,
time.
okay? I feel like that's very hard to defend, that it's not better than Genshin's. Doesn't mean Genshin's is awful or bad, but WoWa's is just like another step above. But the flying, oh my god, the flying. And then the vibrant animations, the stunning vistas, the detailed water physics. It just gave me the same thrill when I first saw Fontaine in Genshin for the first time, because Fontaine was my favorite.
But you didn't even 100% Fontaine, so how much did you like it?
You fake Hoyo shill and you didn't even 100% the region.
So how much could you have liked it? That's a lowercase g gamer moment right there. Lowercase g.
Thrill when I first saw Fontaine in Genshin for the first time, because Fontaine was my favorite Genshin expansion, or region, or whatever it is. And let's be honest,
Now,
Reno Cedar is just Fontaine Pro Max. Pro Max, because it's just unbelievably that much better than what the hell Fontaine was. And I love Fontaine. Couple that with the devs' responsiveness also just stood out to me. They listened to feedback. There was so many quality of life implemented features and changes. They created a game that feels player friendly. It was a perfect storm for me personally. I had 2 weeks off Christmas for work. Genshin had just left a bit of a bad taste in my mouth after Natlan, and I was already bored prior to Natlan arriving. Wuthering Waves was giving me everything I wanted at just the right time. Fast forward 3 to 4 weeks, right, to today. I am level 50. I've finished the 2.0 story. I've built a team of Changli, Carlotta, and Verena. The story is quite good. It's a little cliche, but it's digestible. It's easy to understand. It's got cool set pieces. It's got interesting characters. Phoebe's cool. Zani, oh my god, I don't even need to say anymore. Everyone loves Zani. Brand, Rashia, they're all cool characters. I love it. The music is just god tier. What the fuck? Like, the music in this game is insane quality. But the biggest difference between...
Wait until this guy plays 1.0. He's gonna be like, why Wuthering Waves 2.0 ruined Wuthering Waves 1.0 for me? That would be a banger follow-up video, to be honest.
Quality. But the biggest difference between Wuthering Waves 2.0 and my previous experience with Genshin the last year, I feel free. And I mean that in both the like metaphorically and physical sense. The traversal system is so many leagues ahead of Genshin's. And that was what Genshin was supposed to be known for, is the massive open world exploration gacha game. And I don't like exploring in that game anymore. I already didn't, but Wuthering Waves is just completely ruined and I can't.
Just pull Chaska, little pup. Hey, just pull Mavuika C6. You gotta C6 all of your Natlan characters. You're gonna have a great exploration time, okay, buddy? You're just playing the game wrong. Buying all of the top-up packs isn't enough. You need to buy them all 10 times, and then you're gonna enjoy the real Genshin Impact, dummy. Huh, look at this dude playing the game wrong. Huh, he's not playing it the Dewey way.
Wuthering Waves is just completely ruined, and I can't go back. The open world feels more alive. The map feels more achievable. I can track everything that I want on the map and actually get it to 100% without endlessly wandering around and relying on crappy compasses or third-party websites or interactive maps on my phone or something.
True. I think one of the best parts about 2.0 is the fact that if you don't want to use any third-party tools, any interactive maps, you literally don't need to, right? You're just gonna find so much random shit on your own. There's like all of those like built-in sensor areas where they just tell you, hey, use the gadget here. You'll find a fuck ton of stuff, and you'll eventually get enough Sonance caskets just flying around the fucking map and doing the baseline exploration and just exploring places that you will unlock the loot mapper. It doesn't take that long, to be honest.
On my phone or something. Meanwhile, Genshin has other issues that just still drive me crazy that Kuro Games have just solved. Limited weekly boss fights. Why can I only fight a boss once a week? I'm still leveling up Mavuika's talents. Fucking 5-6 weeks after a banner is gone or something. It's ridiculous.
True.
A stamina system that stifles exploration. I hate it. The fact that I can only run for like 10 seconds, then I have to stand still. What? Why?
Just pull your lawn, little pup. Hey, just ride on Mavuika's motorcycle, dumbass. Hey, just fly in the air on fucking Wanderer. What are you doing? You're playing the game wrong. It's the Way's way or the highway, dumbass. Just pull the limited characters. You don't have to worry about it.
Seconds, then I have to stand still. What? Why? Come on, we're 4 or 5 years into this. It was fine for a couple of years. Okay, but we've moved on as a community. The artifact farming is an exercise in frustration. Why do we not have artifact loadouts? Kuro's about to get it less than a year into the game. Fuck.
Proof? Proof? -1 sponsorship, buddy.
Into the game. Fuck's sake. Why are map completions stuck at 99% with no clue what I'm missing? Going back to my point a second ago I made. After all this time, I still don't know. There's a couple of places in Leeway and there's one place in Mondstadt where they're stuck at like 95, 99, 99, 98. I don't know what I'm missing and I might never find out. It's just, there's no way, there's nothing to help the player. It's so annoying. Ugh. Kuro Games have just shown me what's possible.
Just use that shitty treasure compass that's on like a 30-second cooldown and actually gives you no fucking idea where to go. Just use that. That's the best way to locate treasure chests. It's interactive. I love the experience of using a gadget that's supposed to help me find something and I have no idea where it is even after I use it. That's immersive.
Possible with Wuthering Waves 2.0. The game feels like a video game first and a gacha game second. And I took that from somebody else's video I've recently watched. I forgot who it was. The devs communicate, they care, and they've created
Marco.
something that's not just a cash grab, but it's actually player friendly. And it just feels like they actually give a damn. Hoyoverse has never cared about us except for the Zenless Zone Zero team. Those guys...
No, Hoyoverse does care about you guys a little bit more ever since Wuthering Waves released. It is fair to say that Hoya was not giving a flying, steaming, dirty-ass dump about any person playing Genshin Impact until Wuthering Waves was released. Then they started releasing more quality of life in like the time span of like 6 months than they've ever released in the history of the fucking game. They released more quality of life in 6 months than they have in 4+ years. In 4+ years. But you will still have people saying,
Oh, they had it planned all along. It's just a coincidence. It's not because of Wuthering Waves. What are you talking about? It's not because of competition, you dumb curlbot.
they're still saying it too. Just wait until Ananta releases. Genshin might add artifact loadouts.
Except for the Zenless Zone Zero team. Those guys, I'll glaze them every day. Okay, those guys are the fucking goats. But Genshin's... I don't know how long I'll stick with Wuthering Waves, but for now, it's got my 100% undivided attention. I am in. I want to min-max my characters. I want to 100% the map. I want to do everything. I want the new characters. I want to see where the story goes. I am interested. I am invested. I am intrigued. But for Genshin, I just waited for the Nation of War for 4 years to land a freaking Pokemon and the power of friendship.
Nation of War.
Sorry,
To land a freaking Pokemon and the power of friendship. There was some cool lore in there and some cool characters. I don't hate it, but it just wasn't what I expected after that many billions of dollars from the company and the community. Anyway, that's my take. If you've stuck around this long, thanks for listening to just a random guy's very average opinion.
So I'm gonna be honest, man. I think the take was good, but It means a little bit less, in my opinion, knowing that you spent all of the top-up bonuses to pull on the most predatory banner that the game has ever released. Because Genshin was literally just whipping out their dong and just pissing all over you with the 5.3 dual banner system, where you got Mavuika and Silali, both new characters, on the same banner at the same time, along with their weapons. And you just went ahead, you spent money, and you made sure you pulled both characters as well as their weapons. They pissed all over you, and you licked it all up, buddy. Let's be real here. They won. They beat you. You lost. Let's be honest here. It's a little bit unfortunate, but I am glad that you are potentially turning over a new leaf. But let's be honest here. You got used and abused a little bit. But I'm glad that you're slowly finding out that this game is only going to get worse and worse unless you stop paying money.
Like, if you've stuck around this long, thanks for listening to just a random guy's very average opinion. I'm planning to cover the gacha games, the various 4 gacha games, in just various capacities here and there. I'm going to be a very, very average content creator for gacha games. I don't want to nail myself down to anything specific, but I don't know, man. Just let me know how you're feeling about the direction of Genshin or Wuthering Waves. I'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, I'll just leave it there. Sorry, I had to get that off my chest, but Kuro has just completely changed my mind on how to engage in an open world gacha game and actually make it fun. And it just goes to show that I knew Genshin was... I've been harping on about how bad Genshin's been for the last year or so to like some friends in Discord and stuff, which I know...
Why the fuck did you pull both Silali and Mavuika's weapons? Huh? Was that your goodbye gift to Dawei? Come on, man. Come on, dude. Resist the temptation. Just wait until this guy fights the fallacy of no return. He's gonna be like, oh shit, that name means a lot more to me. It's gonna mean a lot more to him.
In Discord and stuff, which I know have been quite insufferable, but after seeing something like Wuwa, it's like, how do you go back? How do you possibly go back to it and think that this is okay? This is fun. This is what we want. Ah, man. Anyway, I hope... anyway, I'll leave the video there. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a fan-freaking-tastic rest of the day. And as always, my name is Zeno. And you guys take care now.
All right, that's a crazy long outro. So overall, it does look like this guy was fucking committed. I like to think of this guy as maybe like the most hardcore casual. You guys remember that name? He's probably the most hardcore casual player that might exist in the game. Kind of just said F off to the entire game's like story. Definitely just didn't do any of the map at all. And was, you know, a bit of like a hardcore spender in a lot of ways. Had like that 900-day login streak, you know, really farming that Welkin Moon. And it does appear that Natlan was the straw that broke this camel's back, or honestly whale's back. Bro spent quite a bit on the game. Bro saw the value of his investments basically being thrown all the way to line, I don't know, the fucking toilet paper, to line the toilet paper into Way's bathroom. And frankly, he's had enough, especially after seeing everything that's in Wuthering Waves, despite the game running at fucking 10 FPS on his computer. Hey, if a game running at 10 FPS is making you feel like this, imagine what it's gonna be like when he upgrades his GPU, you know, something that was released after 2010, and he can run it at 30. And, you know, I'm very excited for the future of his gameplay, for the future of his content. And yeah, let's just go ahead and see what you're gonna do, Zeno. Good luck. Let me know what you all think. Peace out.